Okay, let's see how Elon Musk bought Twitter. It's like the worst people ever.
Does anything it takes to get his ninjas through. Donatello is a fellow, has a way with machines. Raphael's got the most attitude on the team. Michelangelo, he's one of a kind, and you know this where to find it when it's party time. That's a split the of every single skill they need to be one lean, mean, greedy, crazy team.
Now, as a Georgian, it's inevitable that I really don't like billionaires. Hell, one of our guys made their whole personality not liking billionaires. So the fact that Elon Musk does the things he does is... Tech oligarchs are a class of people way higher up than just normal millionaires or something. These are the eyes wide shut motherfuckers. These are usually the richest people in the world that got all of their money from technology related companies and now use their money to buy yachts. Psych! If only they bought yachts, then we would all be chill. Fuck Svetlana on that yacht, I do not care. Why do you gotta mess with me and the people? When did yachts stop being enough, bro? The problem is much worse. They use their infinite wealth to influence normal people and their countries and the entire world. You might think Elon Musk, oh, SpaceX and Tesla guy. Elon bought Twitter and used that platform as a way to help Donald Trump get elected by pushing far-right politics and amplifying bots on the website, which is why many people have left Twitter, because going on Twitter right now is literally worse than going on 4chan's politics page. He used this as a way to promote Trump and help Trump get elected, and now he literally has a seat in the American fucking parliament because of this. Not many people believe me when I say Eastern Europe is more democratic than the West. This is because you can bribe politicians and cops here yourself for little money, while in America, to bribe someone you need millions of dollars, and instead of corruption, it's called lobbying. So these tech oligarchs engage in a lot of lobbying to keep their businesses afloat and running just as they want at your expense. Last year alone, $82 million were spent in lobbying politicians for the internet industry. Almost half of the number was spent by Meta, Amazon, and Google. This obviously does not include Elon Musk outright buying a social media website for $43 billion. And you will notice that while the other billionaires try to at least hide their intentions, Elon literally acts like the guy from Lorax and is very upfront about his ill intentions. He spent more than $250 million to help Trump get elected and used his purchase of Twitter to push propaganda of the politicians he likes and would be better for his business to help them get elected. Also using bots to artificially make it seem that they have higher support than they actually do. By the latest research, at least 64% of the users on Elon's Twitter are bots, and you know the ideology that those bots carry. Jeff Bezos is much smarter than Elon Musk since he does all of these things but more quietly, so people don't know he's doing all this. His bald head enables him to be Lex Luthor and channel his energy into delivering products for you as fast as possible, no matter what it takes. If he has to turn a public school into an Amazon warehouse, believe me, those kids are gonna be stacking Amazon's shelves instead of studying. Amazon spent nearly $15 million to pay off politicians to not pass any laws that would harm their monopoly in the US. So let me ask you, if the Amazon man controls your news and your politicians, something clearly needs to be done here. What is the answer? I'll fucking tell you. You gotta give him that.
You have to make good anti-monopoly laws against them and actually enforce them. This stuff can be solved simply with good laws and actually enforcing them.
And Elon Musk just buys his way into the American government and threatens to unseat them if they don't do what Elon tells them to do. It's kind of like what Catholics used to do when you paid $20 and went to heaven. $20? This will clear me for burning down an orphanage? Sign me up, man. Not only does Elon intervene in American politics like this by threatening to fire members of the American Congress and following Trump like a fucking Pikmin to every meeting he does, but he also literally intervenes in European politics. America is not enough for this man. He has publicly endorsed, platformed, and pushed propaganda of nearly every single far-right party in Europe. Of course, Europeans are pussies and would never do anything to make the American angry, so he's not gonna get any repercussions for this, but he has endorsed nearly every single far-right party that's in Europe right now. including literally planning, like he's the fucking CIA, on how to overthrow the UK's prime minister and install the far-right guy. And guys, don't believe that billionaires got to where they are because they are smarter than everyone else or anything. Elon Musk's dad owned an emerald mine in Africa. This is his own AI telling you that, and of course Elon himself, and now he denies it. If I go on CNN and said I sucked a 5 years ago, I can't go back and say that never happened. You can't just unsuck a it's already sucked, and being like, nuh-uh, I didn't 5 years later is just stupid. And not to mention that the main reason Tesla got rich and popular was because of the American government's credits, where people would get a discount if they got an electric car, and for a good while electric car just meant a Tesla car. And this program was funded by American taxpayers, so it was literally a wealth transfer from normal people straight into Tesla and Elon Musk's pockets. And I keep telling these billionaires to themselves, and they keep taking down my posts and banning my accounts. I won't delete the post. I did it because I liked it. Hell, I loved it. I'm itching to do it again. And like, bro, I'm not the moral police, right? I don't want to say anything about anyone's morals. I've sucked toes before. I'm not better than anyone, but at least I have not advocated for parties to save Germany. The worst event of this year already happened, where Elon got on a call with Alternative for Germany's leader. In case you want to know, the alternative for Germany is being a Nazi. And they have legally been found in German court to be Nazis. I'm not just calling them that because I don't like their policies. Which is very fun for Poland, you know. They have imperialist Russia on one border, and they would get Nazi Germany back on another border. All I want to say is good luck, because the Alternative for Germany's leaders have very close ties to Russia. And the last time these two shook hands in this condition, Poland got divided into two. So, Elon is now meddling in European politics by advocating for a party that wants to ban Jewish kosher food, likes Russia, wants to deport everyone that isn't German, likes raising their hands up in the air for some reason, says Germany above everything, and you get the point, man. They're Hitler's top guys. I'm sorry, bro, but this isn't even up to Hitler's standards. If he saw he needed Elon to get his ideology elected in Germany, he would have shot himself a second time. Not to mention that Elon had to admit in court that he uses alternate accounts on Twitter to just post weird shit. Like, he pretends to be his own kid and tells himself how good of a father he is. I wish I was old enough to go to nightclubs. They sound so fun. He's pretending to be his own kid. He's pretending to be his 3-year-old kid. And then he's responding to himself. Is this a real peon video? And then he's posting this as his own kid, pretending to like ask. Bro, this man is fucking nuts. Grimes left the king of SpaceX. Her kids must hate her. They probably want to spend all their time with Mr. Tesla. And this is Elon himself posting this shit. He had to admit in court this was his account. And guys, this is what he does. He posts on Twitter on his main account all day and then pretends to be his 3-year-old kid and continues posting on Twitter. Billionaires are not billionaires because they work harder than you. He barely bought Twitter with his own money. He got funded by Diddy, Qatar, and the Russian oligarch. The Russian oligarch case being particularly interesting because when the war started, he was super pro-Ukraine. He was tweeting shit like, Ukraine stays strong. But then suddenly, as soon as he acquired Twitter, he started hating on Ukraine and started loving Russia for some reason. Why are we sending them money? That money should be sent to me instead. Started hating on Zelensky and started loving Russia. Retweeting Tucker Carlson's propaganda videos from Moscow and just infinite amounts of Russian propaganda. Crazy how after a Russian oligarch helped him buy Twitter, this happened, isn't it? Billionaire mindset. Elon Musk once said, "I'm sorry I showed you my penis. Here is $250,000. Please don't tell anyone." Theoretically, right, you drop me in the Call of Duty gulag right now where the winner gets to respawn and I see Stalin is my opponent. I'll look at him and go, "Stalin? Is that you? Josep?" I'll tell him about Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg, what these billionaires are doing, how they're interfering in international politics and supporting far-right ideologies for their personal gains. Hand him a candy and an iPhone. You know what to do. and disappear like Spider-Man in Infinity War as he respawns in Washington, D.C., and he'll know what to do next. Mark Zuckerberg is allegedly an alive human who was relatively normal compared to Elon Musk. Well, he was doing a lot of horrible shit, but it's not like he's gonna start doing even more horrible shit, right? So he basically ended fact-checking on Facebook to stop censorship, and on his route to stop censorship, he allowed hate speech on. Now, I don't know why a Jewish man would willingly want hate speech to be allowed on his platform, especially after he disabled fact checks. Here's what will happen, and you guys know I'm good at predicting things. I predicted the Georgian elections with a 1% margin. Not even fucking researchers can do that. What will happen is that even more bots will end up on Facebook posting horrendous stuff, not just normal AI slop, but it will be stuff like the Austrian painter was right and the didn't happen. And with no fact checking and Mark's desire for free speech, your parents and your grandparents and a lot of young people will start believing in those things, infested with bots and hate. And since it's the largest platform in the world, it's just horrible, man. Calling women household objects now permitted on Facebook after Meta updated its guidelines. Stalin, Luigi, Gavrilo Princip, anyone. And they're doing all this for literally one reason. Elon came to power because he wants to give himself tax breaks. Mark is doing this because he wants more money. How much money do you need to have, bro? Like, after $1 billion, what else can you buy? You can live just fine with $1 billion. Also, bro, your headquarters are literally burning, and you're out here worrying about, oh, I need to make calling women objects permitted on my website. Bro, these three have so much money. They have $865 billion of net worth between the three of them, and they could use that money for so much good. They could use to affect the climate in a very positive way, but
Just
they don't give a fuck. Like, bro, there's a wildfire happening in Los Angeles right now in January. How the fuck is there a wildfire in January? But no, the Stop the Oil protests are gay and climate change is fake. McDonald's is burning in January. This footage is like watching the fall of Rome. Finding out if I need to evacuate my home. Twitter, here are 12 Charlie Kirk videos. Instagram, here are some pictures from the Golden Globes 4 years ago. TikTok, here are comments confirming the fire is just a cover-up to burn Diddy evidence. Facebook, people are mentally ill. And if you want to know what the plans are for 2025 this year, we're gonna get so many subscribers, you may even get tired of subscribing and you'll say, please, please, it's too many subscribers. We can't take it anymore, Mr. Georgian. It's too much. And I'll say, no, it isn't. We have to keep subscribing. So like and subscribe and goodbye.
Бедни да се зрuz деташивец. Индует и Америка е тихлея. Ставе диве. Ciao, zio,
Ciao, Gina, mamma.